Hi, thanks for joining me. Today is Thursday, August 15th, 2019. I'm going to go ahead and record the video. Just got done doing reading for our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for the week of August the 14th through the 20th. It's a pretty message for you guys. I don't think it's a love reading again. I don't think any of my signs really, I don't say like, sorry. So what's coming through for all of our signs, I think we're just really focused on, getting the kids back to school, finances, work, getting back into a routine, possibly. But for our water signs, we don't have many cups coming out. We're showing a little bit of disappointment. We're showing some, a little bit of energy here that we don't want to work with. So I'm going to give us some advice, okay? As a Pisces, I know all about being in the emotions, the emos. If you're anything like me, well, I don't know how many of you guys really like me, but, if you're anything like me, I live in my feels for the most part. I'm comfortable with my emotions, although they get pretty uncomfortable at times and they suck, okay? I'm good at hiding my feelings, okay? Pisces, I think, are good at hiding their feelings. They can isolate and get rid of their feelings that keep them to themselves. Cancers are cancers. To a niece and a nephew who are cancers, and they will express their emotions. They are just little, I don't call them firecrackers. They're the firecrackers of the water signs. As far as they can't hide their emotions. It's written all over their face. If they're not expressing them, what they're feeling. And our Scorpios, God, I love them. My dad is a Scorpio. They want to know what everyone else's feelings are before they'll discuss their own. My God. They want to make sure, and if they don't know what your feelings are, they're going to tell you what your feelings are. They'll I love my dad. Love him to death. So anyways, I'm having fun with these readings. So I pulled cards from the Energy Oracle deck, the Moonology Oracle deck, from our Numinous Astro tarot deck, and from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, just like I did with our fire, earth, and air signs last evening. And with our water signs, I pulled Moonology rather than the Work Your Light Oracle cards, just because I was drawn with this full moon that just passed a couple of days ago, and just kind of the energies that I've been feeling. Felt like Moonology would be the way to go, and coincides with the rest of the cards. Kind of cool, if you ask me. So I'm going to start off with reading what I got from our Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. The card that came out this week was Envy. Okay, can you see that? It might be backwards. Envy, number 20. If you play numbers, numbers are significant to you. It's the number 20. I'm going to read to you from the book about what this card is about. It's lack and dissatisfaction. Okay, so I asked the cards, what do our water signs need to know about this coming week? What energy are they working with? What is surrounding them that by knowing they can use this to their benefit, their advantage. So we have envy, lack, and dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and that energy shows in her dress. This card upright is telling you to let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near the appreciation card in your spread, which I didn't do, the message is doubly important. Now is the time to move from a consciousness of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change. I'm going to say this card is doubled simply because of some of the other cards that I got in the reading, is just like the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords. So, you know, there's importance here. Whether this is you or someone around you who, you know, is experiencing some dissatisfaction in their lives, if you're not quite happy with everything that you have, the way things are going, you know, don't let that hold you back this week, for sure, because you've got some really beautiful energies to work with. And for our water signs who, you know, are used to being in their emotions and, you know, kind of relate to things on an emotional level, you guys may be thrown out of your element this week. So that's kind of a warning for us all. Okay, from our Moonology deck, we have the New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. And also bring love into the situation. New Moon in Aquarius. So I thought it was cool. The New Moon in Aquarius card came out, and it was just the New Moon in Aquarius, what, a day ago, 2 days ago? I think the full moon it's yesterday morning around 8:30 or so. So awesome. This card popped out. Communication, the New Moon in Gemini is key. You guys may be dealing with Gemini. Like I said, I don't see a love situation here, but in our Astro deck, we did have Gemini, the butterfly, appeared. We have Virgo, the alchemist. We have third house, which is, again, our third house is Gemini. It's represents our perception. Okay, so Gemini is boom, boom, boom. You guys may be dealing with Gemini here. And also trine flow, okay? So, what I feel like the cards from the Astro deck are telling us is just basically that you guys have been, you know, possibly dealing with Gemini or Virgo. You know, if not, you know, I feel like this is more so of a solitary type situation. Whether or not now you can be, you know, have in a family, you know, in a relationship, happy relationship, you know, maybe dissatisfied. I don't think relationships are really the thing right now. I think you guys have been focusing more on yourself. You know, yourself and your immediate needs, your financial needs, your you know, things that are enriching your life in other ways. You guys are learning to be a little more vocal without expressing the emotions. I feel like this year's been a little bit difficult for our water signs in particular, because of planetary alignments, retrogrades. I've felt a shift. That doesn't necessarily mean all of you guys have, but I think that it's been, you know, I think with the emotional outbursts that we have had this year, we've learned a lot from them. And if we haven't, maybe now is a good time to step back and look at those things and see if that's where some of this dissatisfaction and this lack is coming from. You know, I feel like there have been quite a few lessons to learn, and I think that you know, we're being guided to be more balanced as individuals. You know, not always being concerned with our own emotions or the emotions of others, or, you know, I feel like it's been very trying for some of us, and Maybe not so for others. It just kind of depends on what other signs you may have in your chart. But so I feel like there's been some introspection. You guys are, wanting to get social, and now would be a good time to do that. Stay away from isolation, and just be happy with what you have this week. As far as the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, we have the Sun card came out. We have 4 major arcana. This is beautiful read. We have the Sun, the Emperor, could be dealing with an Aries. The Chariot card came out. The Moon card came out, which is a Pisces, represents Pisces, so you could be dealing with another water sign. Let's see, the Chariot is a Cancer sign. You guys are represented here. You could be dealing also with an Earth sign. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like you guys may be walking away from something. You may have already walked away from something that just wasn't fulfilling emotionally, or you're being guided in my just kind of what I've been experiencing. It's not that anyone is pushing me out of my emos. It's more so just the direction of the energy flow. And the only way I can explain that right now is planetary alignments and just things that of that nature. The environment, the political environment, everyday happenings are, things can be very emotionally triggering, watching the news and different things like that, but I feel like we're more wrapped up in just maintaining a sense of balance within ourselves. And we're trying to regain that control over our maybe, financial discipline, regaining some kind of control and positive outlook with, with the things that we do have in our life. Okay. I feel like we're being really just pulled to stay course this week. I don't see that major changes are upon you guys. I think if anything, you can utilize the energies to be a little more social. If you get in your Virgo energy and you're really, internalizing things, it may be better than to meditate and contemplate and watch our thoughts this week. And it'd be a good time to study, research some subjects that you're not quite fluent in and that you've been interested in. So if you're not in the if you're not in the mood to socialize, you don't have the money to go out and do that right now, kids are busy, whatnot, take the time, instead of meditation or self-reflection, internalizing, take the time to put your mind to use, learning something new, a new skill, new hobby. I always say creativity kind of keeps us in the flow of what the universe kind of loves the creative vibe. If you're in that creative vibe, I don't know if this is true quite yet, but I feel like when you're using your creativity, that you do attract, you attract better. I'm not gonna say more, or I definitely don't think it's worse. I think it's you attract better of what what you're positively thinking about. So definitely time to stay out of sorry about that. Definitely time to stay out of your thoughts. We don't need to be circulating any negativity. Keep those things at a minimum. I do really honestly believe our thoughts become our reality, whether we want them or not. And if we're worried about being in lack, or, like, gosh, I wish I had more. I wish this was going, this way instead of, what I have here just isn't enough. I need more, more, more. Um, you know, that lack mentality only creates more lack, and it gives more to others, especially if you're envious of specifically other people. So, just really maintain good thoughts this next week, Pisces. Do your own thing. It looks like you've got things pretty much under control. You've got lots of cool major arcana cards, and yeah, so I hope this resonates. If it doesn't, check back next month or so. I'm going to try and do these free readings at least once a month. And I think I figured out a way to do them where they're more time fluid, as opposed to a set, time stamp on them. But I just need to make sure that, when I do my readings, I want to make all of that clear before I pull cards and set my intentions, ask questions for you guys. I do have a booking site on Squared Up, and I have those links, I believe, in my maybe About Me section here on Facebook. I also have an Instagram account and a Facebook business page. So you can order personal readings from me at any time. Do some really cool spreads. If you're into astrology, we can learn a lot together. I do really cool participation readings. I can do short readings, long readings. Well, I don't know. It kind of just depends how the cards want to come out. So, and if you have specific questions, specific issues that you're dealing with in your life, you kind of want to know what you can take advantage of. Kind of maybe take a peek into surrounding what's surrounding a situation. Those kind of things. Definitely some cool stuff. Love the tarot, guys. I love it. Thanks for joining me.